You're watching Iowa Live. Everything local, entertaining, and meaningful in Central Iowa is right here on Iowa Live.
From the Karl Chevrolet studios here at Karl Chevrolet in Ankeny. Welcome to Iowa Live, everybody. Lou along with Bret Moyer to talk about something that people are very aware of when it comes to Karl Chevrolet. You sell a ton of trucks.
Yes, we do.
All right, but you also sell a lot of the smaller SUVs, and that's what we're here to talk about today, right?
We do, and more than people would probably even realize the number of these that we sell.
Because they're so versatile, and they're such great vehicles, and the quality, to be honest with you folks, the quality level of these smaller SUVs has ratcheted up so much in the past couple of years.
It has, and then along with that, without giving up any of that quality, the price on these things is just unreal.
Okay, let's talk about the two little ones,
Yeah.
I should say the big ones, but the smaller SUVs that are available here at the Karl Auto Group and Karl Chevrolet. The one behind us, this is the Trax.
Yep.
And this, I heard from somebody that I trust, is a very awesome vehicle.
Yeah, who'd you hear that from?
I'm not sure, but I also heard that the same person said that on their last gas fill-up with unleaded 88, they're getting approximately 34.2 miles to the gallon in the city. In the city.
That's great.
Yeah.
With a sport utility of any kind to do that.
Yeah, but so this one here is one of the models that you have, and this is the RS.
Yeah.
Now, this is really a fun vehicle to drive, isn't it?
It really is, and you know, the RS just adds a little bit of sport to it.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and let's also talk about the technology that's involved in here. Let's walk around here, and we'll show you inside of here, because if you're looking for bells and whistles, this one has bells and whistles.
It does.
Okay, take a look inside here. Let's talk about some of the things it has with the huge infotainment system that's in there.
That's unreal, and the things you're talking about there, you know, and it's got the Pandora, you know, the different radio
pairings.
Yeah.
Yep. And really it is a bigger vehicle inside than people imagine. And still, you park in smaller spaces, park in garages. And the starting point, you mentioned the price point on this, the starting point for the Trax is about what?
$25,000.
Okay, that's in a lot of folks' wheelhouses, okay, is $25,000. And obviously you can build up from there as well. It has everything else that you need. The remote starts are part of this.
Right.
Okay, one of the things that's really, really neat about these vehicles, so I've heard, is if you set the cruise control, it will keep you a distance from the vehicle in front of you.
It will. And you know, another cool thing that I think is cool is you can charge your phone in these.
Oh yes, exactly. So you take advantage of that too. You don't have to worry about extra things for that. The safety and the blind spot blinkers, and they warn you too. And it's really a fun vehicle to drive. But maybe you need something just a touch bigger.
Yep.
What if we go a touch bigger? Where do we turn?
We can do that.
Okay.
Just turn to your left.
Okay, here we go. Turn to your left, the screen's right. And what vehicle is this?
This is the Trailblazer.
This looks a lot like the Trax.
It does, and you know, that's something that the Chevrolet models, all the way up, they just look so similar that you can tie them to the brand.
So it just grows, the models grow. And so this one has a little more room to it, right?
Yep.
And talk about the Active model that this one has
The
too.
Active it's a little bit towards the off-road.
Okay.
And one thing you can get is all-wheel drive. With the Trax, you can only get front-wheel drive, but you can move up and get all-wheel drive in this model.
So it really is the next step up. For the Trax is a great vehicle. You want something just a little bit bigger. The Trailblazer is now what's the starting point on the Trailblazer?
It's right at $27,000.
Okay, so 25 for the Trax, 27 for the Trailblazer,
Right.
which really is a great price point. But these are just two of the vehicles, the SUVs, that the Karl Auto Group has to offer. Now, we also have to mention, since we're getting toward, you know, in July, and we're getting toward the 17th of July, and that's a real important number, let's walk this way, because you have something people can register for until the 17th of July.
Yeah,
what is that?
We do. It's a ZR2, and we've got it sitting right over here. This is the vehicle.
This is the truck somebody is going to be able to drive off in, and this is a Colorado, right?
Yep, it is. and it's as fancy as you can get. It's the top end of the Colorado. You know, it's really set up to do some off-road if you would like to.
Right. And now, what's the deal on this? People have to sign up for. Where can they sign up for this?
There's so darn many.
There's somebody that wishes they were in it right now. Okay. Okay. But it doesn't sound like that. This one sounds badder. Okay.
Well, you can. If you're around the vehicle, you can scan it and
really?
And roll.
Oh, wait, there's a QR code right there.
Yeah,
okay.
and then you can come into the dealership. They'll even let you mail in a registration if you want.
How about that? So if you want to get all the information about how you can win a 2-year prepaid lease on this Colorado ZR2, where should they go to?
Go to karlauto.com.
karlauto.com, and for more information, I'm sure you can go to Facebook too, can't you?
You can.
That works. All right, folks. This is the place you go for your SUVs, little or big. It is Karl Chevrolet. When we come back, we're going to talk about the Lucas Oil Dirt Late Models back in Harlan for a 4-day event next week. That's coming up next.